All right, so I saw some article about a Trump supported candidate or something wants to ban birth control. Well, I'm actually kind of going back and forth. I mean, it's like, I'm weird, like, with regard to the clouds, I got to get, like, this little overcast thing kind of going on. I've been jumping in and doing some dives, but I came in and I saw this article, and I'm thinking to myself, well, hold on a second, I mean, I think his name was Cory Booker. He's a vegan guy, right? He's a senator right now, I think. It's just, sun just came back out again. So, I know, this has been a big Democrat thing whereby they wanted to ban birth control. So, like, why doesn't this become a big deal when Democrats, people don't realize that Donald Trump is the most liberal president that we've ever seen. I mean, he just gave money out and gave money out and gave money out like a Democrat typically does. And then Biden, of course, now we got the whole Supreme Court thing. It's his Supreme Court that's overturned this Roe versus Wade thing. Man, it's like right when I come in here, it's totally sunny and everything. I can see the difference, from the shadow, and I got a lot of eyesight though. So, and I've always supported this too, but people don't realize how damaging. Forget about the whole issue with regard to, okay, well, like you accidentally got pregnant, like you didn't expect this, like come on now, that's a bunch of bullshit. You hear that very often, but so not just the pill, but the patches and 93% of women active in the past 3 months are on some form of birth control. And it's not just a female thing, it's male too. So they do things that's just so, the thing is, it's so unnatural for the body, and all of a sudden you wonder why you've got issues later on. Well, first of all, you're having issues getting pregnant after you were on the, because they think that they can control their life, whereby, okay, well, I can just fuck all the time. And then, okay, now we've got these white supremacy dollars all in on our idea of kind of more stable. And now we'll have, they call kids, because they want to turn these children into puppets that they can enslave these children, worse than slaves, actually. Slaves, at least, there's a liability on the master for the slave. So, Adolf Hitler, I mean, he was Time Magazine Man of the Year. What was it, 38 or 37, 1938? 37. So he was trying to get some kind of pill to inoculate, wipe out all the Jews. Weird, right? But I guess it ended up turning into a birth control pill. And then I think it was 1961, Germany got into the whole advancement of the birth control pill. And that was a big revolutionary thing here in the United States of America, the birth control pill, because, hey, we can have sex, the whole pleasure thing. Whatever, you can pull out maybe, Well, even then you got issues, though. But it's, and I don't know if it's been, see, Democrats are more into like the health aspect of things. That might be why they've always been more ban it, than the Republican. They're more regulatory too. Republicans want to have less regulations, so it's like, you want to ban this thing? I don't know who ended the whole prohibition thing. If that was more Republican or Democrat. I'll have to look into that. But they had this whole alcohol thing, and don't get me wrong. I mean, you saw a straight line drop of homicides all of a sudden when we started. Okay, we can allow alcohol now. And of course, the states have in order for you to sell this alcohol stuff, you got to get some kind of license from the state. I don't tell it was in Ohio. It took over $1,000 for a place to sell it. That's for grocery stores and bars, stuff like that. But my thing about the whole birth control thing is there's already nations that have banned it because it's not the whole issue of, it's a method of preventing this unwanted, they call it, kid or child, but it's because of the damage that it's doing to the people, you think you can you just go ahead and just get off of it, and all of a sudden get pregnant. Now now I want to have children. Like what? That's really just that's your slavery mentality, your domineering thing that you're just going to go ahead and topple on people. It's really sick. So other examples of things that have been banned: soy isolate, soy protein. Most of Asia, their soy is required to be fermented. That's why. So anyway, soy increases the estrogen, and you wonder why people that do a lot of soy or tofu, they wonder why they can get pregnant, and then like it doesn't even last for. The pregnancy might last for. It can go for a few weeks, But the thing is, the soy, you heat up this stuff to tofu or whatever it might be, the estrogen, for some reason soy just a legume called soybean, it goes up so much that the progesterone then gets all fucked up, and well, you're gonna have a what they call a miscarriage. That's been the whole point of it. Like that's why the government has been, United States of America has been subsidizing so much soy, because they want to get that in the diet, and then they control the population a little bit better. That's whatever. I mean, that's the way they want to do things. Another thing is too that the cow's milk cheese is banned in most of Europe, y'all. People don't know this stuff. Oh, it's still sunny out there. It's gonna be hot. It does. It feels like it drops like 10 degrees. Right now it's about 90, and it'll feel like it's like 78 without the sun just beating down on you on the lawn chair thing. On the pool deck, So the cow's milk cheese, just it's actually, what people don't realize is that it's actually a morphine. It's about 40% of what morphine is. It gives the body like a calmness, and then, well, what's wrong with that? Get rid of the pain. It's very toxic for your body. It's also a hormonal drug or an hormonal drug. I don't know. So it because it comes from the cows, or maybe it's goats too. I guess you could do it that way, goat's milk or something. I should. There's a lot of great videos about cow's milk cheese, how damaging it is, more for women than men. I've been off of that since I learned about this stuff. November 2020. No cow's milk in my diet. I mean, obviously, I talk about the whole vegan thing. I don't run with the vegans; they can go fuck themselves. But because they substitute a lot of tofu and soy for the pepperoni, the pork, and then of course the chickens and animals, fish. So I don't know what they substitute for fish. That'd be interesting. I'm just checking out the beautiful, just a light. I'll show you in a second. So cow's milk cheese, that will cause a higher chance too of a miscarriage. But the damage that is being done to a woman's body, forget about the children. I get it. You don't want to have children. Most Americans hate children. They literally hate children. One of my favorite churches was Calvary Chapel, Cleveland. They had 4 families with more than 10 children. I love that. But obviously they had still other issues with regard to supporting the white supremacy. I love that there's families out there who believe in having children. But that aside, the health problems that come with getting on birth control pills, getting off, and not just birth control pills, but just birth control patches, different things. There's no benefit for what they call the human or the man or woman's body when you're on these things, trying to control your life in such a toxic and just damaging way. I got the multiple sclerosis, y'all, and I've talked about how I've changed my diet, gone to what they call vegan. I do nuts though too. I don't just do vegetables and fruits, but I do almonds, peanuts, pecans, cashews. I got them in a certain drawer, and other little things too. I've even taken most sugar out of my diet. Obviously, I like my stevia. What's up? That's all right. And then of course, cheese, I had that in my diet still since 2015, and 2020 is when it came out. But the health, I mean, how do you want to regulate though people? I mean, that's a big Democrat thing. They want to regulate. That's, gas and different things. I get it. I'm with you on that. And I'm totally supportive of banning birth control. Many other nations have done this. Obviously, this country, United States of America, is the most impoverished nation in the world. Highest crime rate in every category. I gotta put this out there just because every video, so people understand. Most STDs, 3 out of 4 motherfuckers have either had or currently have an STD. 21% of Americans. Okay, I should clarify. 3 out of 4 Americans, which probably includes the criminal aliens too. So, all right, that's a Bill Clinton word, criminal alien phrase, presidential phrase by Bill Clinton. Okay, then you got 21% currently have an STD in this country. I think I've only used a condom with 3 or 4 different women, and I've done dozens, and it's like never. I'm always clean. You should know how to be clean, So, we have the most obese people in the world, highest infant mortality rate in the developed world. That's the United States of America. So yeah, I mean, obviously, regulating, not allowing. I mean, getting on it, getting off of it, birth control pills. There's no way to. I'm into this because I know obviously I'm into health, but I'm the radical feminist that I am. Woman is the. I mean, this is all the universe, not just the center of the universe, but everything revolves around woman, female. It's really sad that this country is so, just beat up the way it is. The things that we're doing to. I'm not even into the whole dog or not just dogs, but any kind of animals, like breeding, Why not just let the animals just freely do whatever they want to do, And then, of course, the way we treat birds, animals, and fish in this nation, we did do better with regard to the whole issue of horses. And I think it was under the Trump administration, which he's another mess. Not just Biden, but Biden's just... Hey, don't get me wrong. The whole Roe versus Wade, I guess there's more of a state issue, but who cares? It's like the whole country. What do you want to say? Abortion should be a state issue or not with regard to Roe versus Wade? Who the fuck cares? What about the whole human rights thing? Of a child. That's we're over 13. Look at my eyesight. This is awesome. This right eye, I'm telling you, I know it's going to be firing up really good. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. I thought I'd just put this out there and then jump back in the pool here in a second. I came in just to get a bite to eat. And another thing too, I jump in the pool and immediately what has to happen, I gotta go pee. A lot of people do the whole pee in the pool thing. I can't do that. That's just I'll pee in the ocean. Yeah, I do it all the time. Especially when down a hall over the nude beach, But pool, no. So anyway, that's why I came in, and I'm in here. I'm waiting for the sun to come out. Now the sun's back out. So anyway, I guess I got a lot out on this thing, and that's my heart is definitely for people to be healthy. And what does the government play in it? I've changed. When I ran for Congress, it was way different. But how do you regulate this? So okay, we ban the sales of it. The biggest sales are coming from Walmart, obviously, CVS, Walgreens with birth control pills, and down here, obviously, you got Publix. But it's what are people thinking that they can just go ahead and just treat their bodies like this. And then, oh my God. Nursing. I just thought about this too, nursing. Like, okay, great. So she had her baby. In this country, of course, the women want to, really run everything with regard to the child. But then she's going to get back on the pill, like immediately after, because she's afraid to get pregnant again. Because children are the problem in their minds. So if she's nursing, it is one problem after another. There's nothing good about birth control pills or patches or any kind of methods and procedures.